beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where I am going to be ranking some things that I have been reviewing this past month or so, from Total Fail to Holy Grail. This is just a way for me to connect back to you and like let you know how these things have been working out for me, because the first impression is all fine and dandy, but I want to get back to you and let you know how these things have been working out after I've been, testing them a little bit more, making sure that these are actually good products or actually bad products. And if you haven't been there before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related, especially things that are a little bit more colorful like this one here. So if you want to see some more makeup and color in your timeline, do not forget to subscribe because I upload several videos every week. This video is also extra exciting because the beginning part of this video is sponsored by Lily Silk. I have worked with Lily Silk before and I just think that they make incredibly beautiful pieces. Lily Silk works with natural fibers instead of synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are a lot more energy intensive and natural fibers also decompose like 50 times faster than a synthetic fiber, for example. Lily Silk only uses 100% natural premium materials like mulberry silk or Mongolian cashmere, and a mulberry tree requires a lot less water than, for example, cotton to grow. This is just a more sustainable alternative. I have a couple of pieces here to show you, and I will say what I really love about Lily Silk, not only do they offer so many things, not only for like just clothing items or like for the home, they also have started to offer these kind of like, I have scrunchies here. This is a set of 4 scrunchies, and also like a face mask, which is that beautiful mulberry silk. And these are made of fabric remains from producing other bigger pieces as part of their zero waste policy. And I think that that is amazing because silk is just so much better for your hair and for your skin. And silk scrunchies is going to help your hair not to tear as much. It just isn't as bad for your hair as like a normal hair tie, for example. Actually, I sleep with my hair up with a scrunchie every night to protect my hair a bit. You always ask what I do for my hair. And these silk scrunchies, they're gonna be so amazing. Look at this luscious one. Big fan. And like I said, they also have a lot of clothing alternatives. This top is actually from Lily Silk. I love these kind of little like silk camis. You've actually seen me in stuff like this on my channel from before. You can just style these camis in so many different ways, with a skirt, with jeans, or even throw on a blazer and you're ready for work. I feel like these camis can take you from the workplace to a brunch to a nightclub. I just feel like they're so versatile and I just really love how they look. And Lily Silk material, like this mulberry silk, just has such an amazing like sheen to it. It just feels wonderful. Can we also talk about how these products came? Like they came so well packaged. Like this is gonna be the perfect gift. Listen, you give me a 4-pack of scrunchies and we're friends forever. In this beautiful box presentation, amazing gift to give not only to like your partner or like your mom or sister, but also to like a best friend. They also sent me a couple of these silk pillowcases and I am so excited to be trying these out. I've heard so many benefits about having silk pillowcases. Not only is it good for the skin, it can help you with anti-aging because there's less friction and it doesn't like wrinkle up your skin. It also is like less friction for your hair. Like I said, the same with the scrunchies. It will cause less breakage in your hair. And silk is a perfect material to keep you cool in summer and warm in winter. Plus, silk will absorb even less of your skincare products than, for example, a cotton one would, so that you can keep your skincare for your face and not for your pillow. And I am so excited. Look at this color, by the way. This is in taupe. Doesn't this look like something for kings? I am so excited. So thank you so much, Lily Silk, for sponsoring the beginning part of this video. I will leave all the info that you will ever need in the description box, including with a link to Lily Silk if you want to check out their things, because honestly, these things are beautiful and I can tell that after I've stopped filming this video, I'm gonna put this one in my hair because I love a nice scrunchie. Those are absolutely stunning. Let's get into the actual like ranking part of this video. If you haven't been before, if you haven't seen these kind of ranking videos, I do a collected haul on my channel and then I come back like a month later when I've been able to try these things out a little bit and I will let you know like my final verdict on these things. I'm trying to do it a little bit more loosey-goosey lately and not be so strict like, oh, this month and this month. Now instead I will come back to you and I will review stuff when I have a bunch of stuff to review. And I actually have even more stuff to review. So I think in about like 2 weeks or something, we'll do another review roundup because I have more stuff to review and rank for you. I'm gonna start at the absolute bottom and I'm gonna end with my tippity top products. And I will also leave links to everything that I'm talking about in the description box together with corresponding videos. If I have any videos where I'm actually showing these things, using them, giving you looks, showing you swatches, all of those things. Let's start at the bottom with the thing that I like the least of these, and that is the new Zara concealer. I tried Zara makeup for the first time. I'm actually wearing a Zara lipstick today. I'm wearing this beautiful like brownie lipstick. By the way, I did film this look for Instagram. If it's live, I don't know. I will leave it in the pinned comment what's on my face. I did film it for Instagram, just so you know. Follow me on Instagram. Why don't you? Follow me on Instagram. So this is the concealer. This I did not like. I will say, I think I like all the other things from Zara that I tried. This, not so much. I thought that this looked a little bit rough in my under eyes, and I also felt like it like reacted weird with the foundation and almost took away coverage, and I just didn't think that this was super flattering under my eyes. This is just not a concealer for me. I didn't love it. There are so many concealers on the market that I really love. So for me, this is a miss. I also wanted to quickly mention this one because this one is actually a new product. So I thought I'd review it. And this is the Sephora Clear Brow Gel. I did a full face of Sephora collection. If you want to see my thoughts on the Sephora in-house brand, do check out that video. But this is one of the new products I tried that I actually did not really like. So I thought I'd let you know why I did not like this one so that I can maybe steer you in another direction when it comes to brow gels. This is the new clear brow gel from Sephora, and I honestly don't think that this has enough hold. That's just the thing, that's the tea. I used this in my brows, and after a little while they went, and I don't want that. I want something that's like super hold. That's not what this is. If you want something that's more a flexible hold, just something to not have your brows like fly in the wind, maybe this is for you, but I honestly think there are so many better gels out there. Today I am wearing the one from Patrick Tar on my brows. We're also going to be talking about another one further on in this video that I like more than I like this one. Oh, let me quickly get this out of the way. This isn't ranked, but I have this here, and this is the Nomad Cosmetics and Heather Austin palette. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not gonna like rank this one because honestly, I mean, I love this palette. I love Heather. Honestly, I'm so biased when it comes to this palette. I just think it's so beautiful. Listen, it's one of my best friends. She could have pressed dog poop in this palette and I would have been like, oh my god, bestie, I love it. So just know that I love that palette. I do think it's really pretty. Had she pressed dog poop, I probably would not just have mentioned it. I love you, Heather, but maybe I wouldn't have let you get away with that one. But I do think it's a really pretty palette. I'm just a little bit biased, so I don't want to review it. The next thing I'm going to mention is something that I really like, the actual product. I just don't love the colors. And that is the Unearthly Cosmetics. They did this sleepover collection with a blush and a highlighter. I think there's another blush here somewhere as well, like a purple one. I don't know where that is. These are just a little bit too light for me. They did release a couple of other blushes and highlighters in singles that you can either buy a single compact for, that's this size, or a big palette, or just put it in your already existing C palettes. A little flexible. I like those colors better for me than these. If you have a fair skin tone, you might like the blushes and highlight from this collection because they are very suitable for a fair skin tone. If you have a medium tan deep skin tone, check the singles instead. They have a bunch of options there. I'm gonna mention two things here that I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with. I honestly like the quality of both of these products. They are just not for me. The first one is this one. I did do a video with Floris's. This is the contour palette. This is such good quality, but I don't use a lot of contour palettes like this. I will say this one, and this one are really pretty, but this one isn't perfect for me. It is a nice shade, but it isn't perfect for me. If you have a cooler skin tone than me, I think you would really enjoy this one because the quality of these are just beautiful. For me, since this is more of a cooler tone, it works more as a contour for me, and I like more of a bronzer. So if you have a cooler skin tone, you probably would really enjoy this because I think the quality of all of this is really good. I have more of a neutral, leaning a little golden. So for me, I prefer something that has a little bit more of a warmth in it so that because I don't contour. If I contoured more, I'd probably like this because, like, again, the quality is really nice of that one. I do have a demo showing it, and you can even see in that video that it's more of a contour on me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just preference. And it's the same with this one. This is the Give Beauty quad that I bought. This is the Gwen Stefani brand. I really like this one. I think the quality of this is really good. I've actually used this, and can you imagine that I've used this one, a brown quad, in 2 YouTube videos? That shows that I really do like the quality, really do like this brand. I just really hope that we get to see some more fun fun color stories in the future, because I like the quality. Think these are pigmented, blendable, really pretty. It's just not a color story that I'm like head over heels for, and I think we all can see why. Let's talk about the Hershey Kisses collection by Hershey. No, by Glamlight. I really, let me show you these palettes when I'm talking about this. I really like Glamlight. I think Glamlight makes really beautiful things. I really like the Glamlight formula. But when I did this video, I said that you can tell. I was like, there's something about like it's not my favorite. I think that this is good, but I don't think that this really lives up to the Glamlight formula that I know and love. I did just recently, look at this duo formula, it's really pretty. I did just recently review or just try out the Glamlight and Frosted Flakes palette. That one is so incredibly nice. I am so happy with that one. Why can't I open these? This is the other brown one. I like the color story of this purple one the most, I think, because it has like a cool tone and a more like true purple, and then like 2 shimmers, and there's also a blue that's really nice. I just feel like these are monochromatic palettes. I do like the packaging. I don't think it's bulky, even though it's a bit, the color stories isn't perfect. And I also didn't think that these mattes, I think it's mainly the mattes, are as good as the Glamlight mattes usually are. So I think that these palettes are okay, but they're not as good as the other Glamlight formulas that I have, or like Glamlight palettes that I have, and for that reason I'm putting them a little lower. And also because at the end of the day, these are monochromatic palettes, and I don't know, it needs to be a little bit more a monochromatic palette with twist, which I'm going to show you in a bit, for me to be super excited. Let's talk about this lip balm from Givenchy. I actually really like this lip balm. I got mine in was it pink black or black pink? Liquid balm. I don't know. I got it in shade 11. I think it's pink black or black pink. I'm not 100% sure. The packaging is stunning. The formula is stunning. But do you need to spend this amount of money to get a balm? This has a really beautiful like blackened plummy shade that's like a little see-through. If you were looking for a shade like that, maybe. This is really beautiful, but sometimes I'm like, do you really need to spend this much money on a liquid balm? I don't know. I think I like my liquid balms from Rare as much on the lips as I like this one, and they are what, like half the price. So sometimes you just have to be like, do you really need to spend that amount of money? But if you're the kind of person that only buy one, you put it in your purse and you use it until you use it up, I think you would like this one. It's really nice. I just sometimes I find it hard to be like, what are we paying extra for? And with this one, I have stuff in my collection that is equally as good, maybe not as in good packaging as this one, but it's just, it's really good. It's really good, but it's like, it's a liquid balm at the end of the day. Next, I want to talk about this lip gloss from Earthly Cosmetics. I think this is a really pretty lip gloss. This is also from the Sleepover collection. It is a pink lip gloss. I like a lip gloss that doesn't have shimmer in it, although I will say the reason why this is still ranking higher because it's a pink shimmery lip gloss, which is really not the kind of thing that I usually go for. And the reason why this is ranking higher is that even though this is a shimmery pink lip gloss, the formula is really beautiful, and when I had it on my lips, it was honestly really pretty, and I was surprised at how wearable for me this pink sparkly lip gloss was. Really pretty. I want to put this higher because I really love how this foundation looks on the skin, but this isn't the right color, and I have to deduct a couple of points because, first of all, I love shopping from Zara. This is the Zara foundation. I know a lot of people hate seeing the editorial vibe they have when it comes to like clothing. They're like, what is this? Like this, I can't see what the clothes look like. For me, that is super inspiring. It makes me shop more because I like the things being used, so to speak. But when it comes to makeup, they really need to shape up because they need to showcase the makeup better. They're not even labeling the makeup on the side. It's actually horrible. And I did their Find Your Perfect Shade, and this is described as a, I don't know, light to medium with a warm undertone, and it is just a little bit, all of you have said something is off with this one. It looks a little gray, almost green, and it's just a little off. And I wish that this was a better shade match, and I wish that you could find Zara makeup in store, but you can't. You can only find Zara makeup in like a couple of stores across the world. Austin is definitely not one of them. So I really like how this foundation looks on the skin. This is actually one of the best full coverage foundations I've had on my skin, the way it looks and wears on my skin. The color is just so off, and I'm gonna see if I can maybe do something about that, but it's a shame. I have mine in W916, but you still can't see the shades on the website. You can only it is so bad. Zara really needs to shape up. If they want to sell makeup, they have to sell makeup so that you can actually see what you're buying. I want to mention this one as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with this product. I don't like the applicator. This is the Too Faced Fluff and Hold Laminating Brow Wax. You do have a tool in here, in case you were wondering. If you just pull, there's a tool. And if you twist, there is the applicator. This applicator picks up too much product, and that is why I'm putting it not at the top. The one from Patrick Ta, I feel like this one has a somewhat similar hold to the one to Patrick Ta, but the one from Patrick Ta has an amazing applicator that gives you the exact amount of product that you need. This one you have to actually scrape off. Otherwise, you are gonna get wet t-shirt competition brows. They're gonna look so wet and so goopy. It's gonna look like you know, the take her swimming on the first date? Yeah, that's how your brow's gonna look. So the applicator needs a little work. It needs to pick up a little less product. Otherwise, I think the formula is really good. I'm still gonna be using it. I just wish that it was like 10 out of 10 instead of like 7 out of 10. Next on the list is the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands. I really like this palette. I think that this is a really pretty palette, but now that I open it, you can see why this isn't perfect for me, and that is that I really like my palettes to go from really light to really dark. This one has two almost dark shades. It is like dark, but not as dark as this one here. Just it's like more mid-tone and then a couple of more lighter shades. And if you're the kind of person that likes to wear pastels or more brights for summer, and you sometimes feel like palettes go a little too deep or a little too bright, you might like this one because the color story in this one is really pretty, and all of these shades are so beautiful. I do have a dedicated video on this one. It just doesn't really go deep enough for me, and it's also a little too big to be like a companion palette for me, but I still feel like the color selection is just so pretty, and I especially love like this coral up here is so pretty, and this green here, which is a little bit similar to what I have on my lids right now. So I think they picked really pretty colors here. I just kind of wish that it was a little bit smaller and it went from a little lighter to a little darker. These are personal preferences. When I get to products that I like, I have to be a bit petty. And it's the same with this one. I really do enjoy the new Mod palette from Sigma. This is based on the lipstick color that they had that is called New Mod, which is like a mauve-y berry tone. This palette is like a neutrals with a twist. It goes from really light to really dark, both in the shimmers and in the mattes. It has a couple of like colorful berries that actually do end up looking quite colorful on the lid. Plus there is a duochrome here. You see that shade here. It's like a periwinkle berry duochrome, not like a super strong duochrome, but still enough that if you're into neutrals, you're gonna find that shade to be very interesting and different. I think the quality of this palette is really beautiful. The color story is a little too muted to be like my favorite palette, but I still think that this is a beautiful palette, and I really do love the looks that I have done with this one. I do think this is a pretty palette. I really like this packaging. I know some people don't like it, but I really don't get my makeup dirty. Maybe it's because I'm storing it in like cabinets and I like don't have it in a makeup bag or something like that, but I don't know, I like this packaging. This is a lip product that actually surprised me at how much I like it, even though it is a plumping product, and this is the Makeup by Mario Lip Serum. This is a gloss in a stick. This is very soft, and this is the reason this is one of those click ups. You can't get it down because you're not supposed to be able to get too much up. I'm sure it's gonna break. I'm sure it's gonna break if you get too much up. I have mine in Mauve Glow. It is a really pretty color. It literally looks like a juicy gloss on the lips. It has a little bit of a plumping effect without being too harsh. You know, I'm not a fan of a plumping product, but this one is just enough for me. I actually really do enjoy this one. I could definitely see myself buying more colors. I feel like this is a little bit of an innovative formula, at least in my collection, and I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I kind of want to swatch the other ones in store and see if there's another color that I would like, but I like it. I hope it comes in orange in the future. Another product that I have really been loving, and this is also from Floris's, and these are their new cream to powder blushes. These are so nice. Let me see if I can open it. Look at how beautiful this is. This is like a little marble. It is so pretty. This one is in number 7. It doesn't say the English name on the back. And then I have one that is more like a peachy going to gold. You see here it has like a gold sheen to it. It's really pretty as well. I have been using these in a get ready with me thing because I only swatched them in a video that I did about Floris's. But these cream to powder from Floris's, these are really nice. I have 2 colors, like I said. I know there are more colors available. And yeah, I really like this formula. And this packaging is so stunning. It's really pretty. So I really do recommend this. I think that this is, except the what's its face, the eyebrow pencil, which is absolutely incredible. I think this is my second favorite product from the line. Here we have the Art Nouveau palette by Kylove, and this is their take on a rainbow palette, according to me. This is meant to be inspired by like stained glass, which I really think is a smart idea when you're doing something of a rainbow palette. And I really like that this one has like a black, a metallic white, which is an incredible metallic white, by the way. And it has 2 browns, and then it has a full rainbow. And I like the variety of colors and the variety of like shimmers versus mattes. The colors that I want to be matte, like the purple, the blue, the green, even the yellow, and these like orange and red, they are matte. And then you have some pops of colors as well, like 2 oranges, a green, a blue, and a purple. It's not just, you know, sometimes in rainbow palettes you get 4 matte and then the darkest color is a metallic purple, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? I feel like this is a very well-rounded rainbow palette, and I really love this corner here, plus this olive green here. Like it's a really nice olive, like olivey gold. Like you see, it's like a tarnished gold with the, like a olivey undertone. It's honestly really pretty. Let me put that on my pants. They also released a Daydream palette, which is a like a liner palette. This is like one of those water activated liners. I've only used this once, so this is not me reviewing it. Didn't have any problems using it when I reviewed it. This one I have used quite a bit more. I actually have 2 reels on this one, and I do have. Yeah, I used it in my member tutorial for last month. I used this palette. I used the red and the white to make that Star Wars inspired look. Really do like this one. If you are in the market for a rainbow palette, I honestly think that this could be your one, because I feel like it's very well rounded. This is what I mean when I say a monochromatic palette with a little bit of a twist. And this is the Colourpop in the Limelight palette. And I have had so much fun with this one. I feel like this is the perfect mix of muted, like little neutral colors, and then this like just pop of lime here in different formulas. 2 mattes, 2 metallics, 1 matte with shimmer that I have been loving as a lid color. It's so pretty. I really enjoy this palette. I've been having so much fun with this one. I like this a lot. I will say this would have been in number 1 spot had these 2 mattes been that incredible creamy super pigmented formula that Colourpop can do, like they did in the Tinkerbell palette, like they did in the So Lush palette. This is a good matte formula and I've had a lot of fun with it. I don't have any complaints, but it's not that. It is a good formula, but it's not that extraordinary formula. But I still think it's a super good palette, and I really do recommend it. A lot of you I've seen bought this out of my recommendation. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I am so happy I bought this one. I really enjoy it. Now we're getting into the palette. This is the Sleepover palette from the collection that Unearthly Cosmetics did. And this is just a berry pink dream. I love berry eyeshadow. I think berry eyeshadow is so pretty and so flattering on almost everyone, and I love that this one leans into a little bit of the bright pink here. And these shadows, as you can see, they're fairly large. You can also use these as highlighter and blushes. I have used that. And you have like a dark shadow here that has a little bit of shimmer in it, as you can see here. But if you just use a blending brush, that's not going to look on your eyes. It's only going to show if you actually pack it on. And then these metallics are just so stunning. I really like this one that's called Bouquet. Let me see if I can show you. I will link the video down below that I did with this collection. The shimmers from Unearthly Cosmetics is that like thicker, really foiled formula that I know so many of you out there love, that really gives this shiny opaque result. I really think that these are super beautiful. If you had been looking for a nice berry palette, I don't think you'd be disappointed with this one. I have really been enjoying it. Okay, these are gonna be the last eyeshadows, and then we are going to go into top 3. And maybe some of you are going to be surprised, but I am actually going to put the Beauty Bay palettes here. I really enjoyed working with these. These are also somewhat monochromatic palettes. I would say that this is maybe more two-tone, because it is like, it is a monochromatic palette. Let's be honest, it's greens, but it's cool tones, it's warm tones, it is like true greens, like this one is light, it is dark in different tones, and there's some shimmers. I do have a couple of bronzes down here that's more like browns, if we're gonna be honest. This is the 16 pan version. This one also came in a 9 pan, and I think like a 42 or something, but that's just, I don't need that. But yeah, I was just really impressed with the looks that I did with these palettes, and now that I feel like I've learned how to use the Beauty Bay palettes, how to use them to get the result that I want, because I want super opaque. I want them to be as deep as they are in the pan, and I know a lot of people like using these, working with the lightest and building. I feel like these build to a point, and I prefer starting with the darkest and blending with the lightest, because then I can make sure that the color that I really want to be the most prominent color in the look, that can get its full potential if I just set it straight on the eye primer. The next one is the Midnight palette, and this is a cat hair. This is a blue and purple palette. I think this is my favorite because I love blues, and I love that they did a half like purple, half blue. This also comes in a 9 pan and in a really big one. I'm happy I did get the 16 pan. This one has a black here and a silver, and then just a bunch of fun colors. Really do enjoy this one as well. I think these two are my favorites because I feel like these are the most versatile ones. I also realized in this video that if I just use these shimmers with a brush or with a finger, no glitter glue, don't spray them, don't pack them on, just use a more of a sheer layer, they actually do not crease on me. So I just need to make sure that I'm not using too much of them. I really do like getting an opaque layer of like shimmer on my eyes. With these, if I just do a little bit more of a not so opaque layer, they don't crease on me. If I use too much, they're gonna crease on me within 30 minutes, which is a shame. This one is beautiful, and like I said, I love berry eyeshadows, but it's also a little one note. I kind of wish that they have broken this up with maybe like they did in the other palette. There were 2 browns and the green, there was a silver, black, and the blue purple, just 2 oranges, just something that's like this but actually not, just something to break it up a little bit. Still think that it's a really good quality though, and I still really love the look that I did with it. I just kind of wish that this one had a little bit more of a twist like the other ones did. But yeah, I was really happy with these, and these are not limited edition. These are part of the permanent line. I will link them down below. I will also link the video where I used them. I'm happy with them. Okay, let's get into top 3. And if you usually watch my videos, you have already seen these products in my best releases of 2022 so far. So you've already seen these products. And at number 3, I'm gonna put the new highlighter by Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury really does highlighters good. This one, according to me, is really good quality. There are 4 different stripes. You can sweep them together or target where you want to be. I have mine in Dreamlight, which is the one that is described as a warm one. There's also one that is described as a cool one. I didn't get that one because I usually do not like a cool sheen. This really is super beautiful on the skin. I don't feel like it emphasizes more than it needs to be emphasized. This one has a little sparkle in it, the pink one. If you avoid that one and just keep here, it's super smooth, and that really effortless high shine but not sparkly glow that Charlotte Tilbury is just so good at. And I really do like this product. I like how it looks, I like how it performs, I like the packaging. Maybe not the price so much, but honestly, I think that this is just such a nice product, and I'm happy to see such a nice powder highlighter from the brand as well. Next one, I have the Lunar Beauty lip oils. I only have 2 here because the other one is still living in my purse. This one is the mango one. The one that is clear, and the peach one is the one that is like a pink. Then there is a watermelon one that is, oh, this smells so good. The watermelon one is like a little bit more of a brighter pink. That one is living in my purse. These are so juicy, so comfortable. Just really enjoyed these. I think these are a smash hit. I also like that he used the same packaging as he did with his other lip products, just changed the color a little bit. And there's so much potential with this product. Like, he can go in so many directions. He could do with colors, he could do with so many different scents, he could do with sparkles. This is a really nice formula, and I really hope that we get to see more in the future. Like an orange, maybe? I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe an orange? And number one, and I know this is a little boring, and some of you are gonna be like, ugh, we know, shut up already about these Super Shock Cheeks, but I'm sorry, I love these, okay? These are the Winnie the Pooh Super Shock Cheeks, and I am gonna put these at number one, even though we already know that I love these so much, blah, 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 blah. I really think that they did something with the undertones of these highlighters. They come in 3 different colors. There is a light one. Let me look at the light one first. This one is called Silly Old Bear. I did buy this collection. I was like, I did buy this collection. This is the lightest one, and you can see there is a yellow undertone here that is yellow without being like unwearable, without being like a duochrome highlighter, but also without being a gold. There is just this beautiful vanilla sheen. These are just super stunning, and I did say when I talked about these last that they were reminiscent of the one from Fenty Beauty, the one that was gold, that was Trophy Wife, but that one was only, and I said like this was what the Trophy Wife was trying to be. I wasn't trying to be mean, I was trying to make a joke, but I'm not funny, so that rarely works out for me. But the Trophy Wife was that beautiful yellowy highlighter, but Trophy Wife was meant more for a darker skin tone, and here you can get that beautiful like more yellowy highlighter for different skin tones if you were looking for something that's not a pink or blue highlighter, but you want something that is more exciting than a champagne. I would definitely go for these. This is the 100 Acre Woods. This is the medium one. This is the one that I use. Super, super beautiful. And then we have the darker one that is Mind Over Matter. That is this absolutely wonderful amber. Like, do you see that it's like bronze, but there's still this yellow undertone? It's just this wonderful amber, and I just am so smitten by these. I love this formula, and I honestly think, like I said, they really did something with this undertone. If you like a warm highlighter, I would suggest trying one of these, because these are unique to my collection, and I have a million warm highlighters. Okay, I don't, but I have quite a few. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was somewhat helpful. Don't forget to check the description box for more info. Let me know what was your favorite product if you have tried this past like month or so. This was a very late video throughout the month as what I usually do with these rankings. That's why I said there's probably going to be a video again in about 2 weeks where I do another ranking, because you have no idea how hard I've been working behind the scenes to review stuff, to rank stuff, to let you know how I feel about stuff, because I want to be a resource and not only want to try makeup to like enjoy it, I also want to let you know how I feel about it. Thank you again, Lily Silk, for sponsoring this video. I'm super, super thrilled about trying these things out even more. Don't forget to check them out as well down below. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you very soon again in a new video. Bye!